Welcome to Psychic Insights, where pop culture meets higher consciousness and the tea is always a little bit mystical. I'm Robin Richardson, your psychic girlfriend, and around here we don't just watch the drama unfold. We read the energy behind it, whether it's celebrity scandals, reality TV, chaos, or true crime with a twist. I'm tuning in to bring you the intuitive scoop the headlines miss. So buckle up, because your aura's about to get entertained. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Robin Richardson, your psychic girlfriend, and it is a snowy day here in Chicagoland. And I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I did. All right, so this is a viewer question. So I wanted to get into it, answer your questions, and I really appreciate that you're asking them. So the question is, do you see attorney David Gingras getting disbarred? And before I get into the cards and the energy, I need to say this clearly, because we know our boy Dingy is all about, doing what he does. So everything here is my personal opinion, my intuitive interpretation, and for entertainment and commentary purposes only. I'm not making any factual claims about anyone. I'm not accusing anyone of doing anything. I am, though, witnessing some shenanigans. But here we go. This is simply energy around a very, very public situation. Okay, so let's get into it. And Dinky, I hope you're listening. Honestly, I do. Okay. David Gingras definitely has older discipline from 2008, and that's been long resolved. In 2022, a disciplinary case was dismissed by the Arizona bar after the bar itself asked for dismissal. And in the last year, especially connected to our girl Laura Owens, multiple complaints have been filed, and several have been already dismissed. But some still are under review. And right now, there is no public order showing that he's been disbarred or suspended or even formally disciplined in 2025. And that's the info that we have, to the best of my ability of knowing. Okay, so now let's switch to the energetic layer. This is where I excel. But I pulled my cards, just so you know. Lenormand, they're my favorites. And I pulled Garden, Man, Child, together, man, child. I got a little chuckle out of that. Fox, no surprise there. Coffin, okay. Anchor, Tower, and Stars. So let's talk about that. All right, so Garden and Man together are public visibility. All right, this is Gingras himself, and this is the public taking a look-see at what's going on and scrutinizing what's going on. All right, so then we have the Child, and the Child tells me that these are new issues. Well, the complaints are, okay, but there are maybe still more forming or developing. Okay, so new, kind of new, right? All right. Fox is the professional scrutiny. It's about the strategy or ethics or decisions someone made under pressure. Okay, and then we have the Coffin. And the Coffin in this spread is not the end of his career. It's the end of a pattern, or something that he's been doing professionally comes to a close. Could be a pattern in his profession, right? So we'll have to keep looking at it, right? Then we have the Tower, which is actually the bar itself. All right, in this, it's the oversight. It's the formal review. Then we have the Anchor, and the Anchor is the card that tells me that the foundation holds. This is not a collapse. This is not collapse energy. This is stability after pressure. And then the Stars show clarity, resolution, and moving forward after things get sorted out. So the big intuitive question here behind, this is the message behind this spread, is yes, there's scrutiny, obviously. Yes, there'll be correction. Pressure, absolutely, but not disbarment. Okay, so then I wanted to pull some additional cards because when I sit in the energy, and I've recorded this a few times and it just never felt right. So I asked for some more cards, and I pulled two clarifying cards, the heart and the whip. And the heart in this reading is emotional activation. Someone is personally invested, personally charged, or emotionally tied to the situation. No surprise there. People have always asked about this, or at least in the discussions, it seems like, are Laura and Gingras emotionally, tied? Yes. Romantically, no. But this is an emotional energy behind the actions. And the whip is conflict. It's the same issues coming up over and over again. Kind of like Rule 26. It's volatility, arguments, and energetically intense. And from what we've seen from David Gingras and Laura Owens, both of them are reactive energies. Both of them thrive in chaos. And both of them seem to have some inside issues, internal issues, egoic issues that seem to keep pulling them together. My other thought energetically was that David made some mistakes in this by being so vocal and open and doing all his Twitter X stuff and his thoughts on, it's kind of like, dude, keep it here. Just keep it here. But I think he made this, in some ways, I want to say, he was meant for this case because karmically and justicely, they both need to be stopped in some way, or in Gingras' opportunity to be corrected, as well as Laura, for that matter. Okay, so this whole situation has been emotionally charged and repetitive, as we see, and it's not neutral, it's not calm, it's intense. So it bodes the question, like, what's actually going on behind the scenes with these two, right? So I asked the question, like, why does he still feel, energetically tied to this? Okay, so why? Like, you're not her attorney anymore. So what's going on here? Maybe it was the Rule 26 thing. I don't know. But I pulled the scythe, the mice, and the mountain. And the scythe is a break. It's a sudden cut of the professional relationship. So this could have been an issue with his ego, right? It's fast, it's sharp, and it's severing. And the mice shows the stress, the erosion leading up to that break. Someone who walked away drained, not neutral. And the mountain is the obstacle left behind, the long-term entanglement, the fallout that doesn't disappear just because the professional relationship ended. So it looks like the ties were cut, but he didn't escape the consequences, and the mountain that remains is why his energy still shows up around the Laura situation. I feel like he can't let go of it because he's got, from what we can see, my personal opinion, he's got some issues that lead me to think that the drama and the chaos are familiar to him, and it's things that he's got to stay in just to feel alive. So we've got that energetic connection of the snake, the heart, the whip, the fox, and the mountain. And some of you have asked the question, what's the connection between those two? And again, my personal insights, not fact, not accusation. And the snake will show complications, entanglement, crossed motives, a messy energetic tie. The heart is emotional activation, not romance, but emotional charge. The whip is definitely conflict, intensity, repetition, and the same issues resurfacing. So for both of them, it's like a magnet, right? And the fox will show strategy, self-protection, and the need to manage or control the situation, which we see with David and Laura. Okay, we see them trying to control the narrative and manage the situation, even when everyone can see that it's not, it's incorrect. So our mountain shows us a long-term burden and a tie that's really hard to untangle, and the obstacles that bind people even after a relationship, professional or romantic one, ends. So I don't think it's a romantic situation. I definitely think it's emotionally charged. It's definitely complicated and enmeshed, which we will see in people who have some issues, personal issues, and it's rooted in conflict, not in closeness. So here's my summary. Again, purely entertainment. David Gingras is under real scrutiny. A professional pattern is ending because it has to. And he gets corrected, something gets corrected, and I do not see a disbarment. But the emotional intensity you all feel with him and Laura, it's not romantic, it's entanglement, it's pressure, it's conflict, it's a long-term followed based on the decisions that were made. Think Rule 26. Think all these things that he put out there into the public that really didn't need to be put in the public. But it is the kind of energy that when the professional tie ends, the consequences don't. So that is my intuitive take on this situation. I don't think disbarment. I think correction. I think mentorship or some sort of scrutiny or oversight. Think being leashed, hopefully muzzled, although I doubt it. And really, when I look at him as a soul connection, like as a soul, my feeling is if I were to say to him or guide him in any way, it would be, get your ducks in a row, get your house in order, work on yourself so you can come back to do the work that you're meant to do in the legal profession and the one that brought you joy to begin with. And, do whatever you need to do to disconnect completely from the Laura Owens saga. And this has been Robin Richardson, your psychic girlfriend. Thank you again for supporting my work. And if you like this kind of work and content, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell and do all the things. And comment in the comment section if you have a question or what you think is going to occur with the David Gingras saga. I really can't even listen to that guy's voice, but I did like his cat. All right, and I'll see you in the next one.